field position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. To get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To the air. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They reached a national championship game last year. Couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part and the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Moore will throw. Caught near the Perry. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on second down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Still on his feet at the 25. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On first down, he got sacked. Now it's second, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going off. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off. And not only did he get a couple yards, he picked up the first down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
Using the quick game. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. A first down for the offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the tight end. Still going to get the 40. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
Going to sling it on second down. Finds his man. It's Grant. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turn. defense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Moore to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left. Eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days. But how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To throw, it's Russell. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Oregon. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week one is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like...
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Let's talk about Alabama. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He's got an open man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Got some room in at the goal line. It's a fumble on the play.
This is a defense that themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Green. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed. Stopped in the backfield.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Moore will throw. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab down the left side. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in on the left. Off and running. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown time.
I like it backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Pulls it in on the right.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Moore. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's loose down the left side. The tag. Touchdown, Bama. The defense takes matters into its own hands. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gresham. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Moore will throw. Going over the top. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Extending the play. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. And he'll be brought down.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Turning it on! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
with the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Smart decision. It's 3rd and short in the red zone. It's not there. You throw it away, and now you put it on your head coach. You want to go for this? On 4th, or are we kicking a field?
On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. One more snap coming before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Moore to the air. Going downfield for the big play. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
He'll start this drive firing. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Plows through the defense. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Russell. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looking for space. It's Hill. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches tonight.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception of the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Young. Gives him the big stiff arm. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got a first down. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore will throw. Quarterback moving. Looking for his man in the middle. He's got it along the sideline. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. On the move. Touchdown Ducks! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Here comes the heat. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Back to throw, it's Russell. Buys a little time with his feet. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We got a close game here in the third quarter, and you're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3-and-out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Going to take a shot on second and short. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He'll throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Back behind the chains. 1st and 15. Moore to the air. Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Wants to fire on second down. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down and run. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down. Football is a game of inches, man. I think when your field goal kicker hits the crossbar, you're living on that. And it's just short, and it doesn't climb up. It goes down and just inches away from being a really good kick.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
He might want another play. Off play action. Moving away from pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Throw that one in there. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Green. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not falling at all by the Wildcat. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They'll immediately call timeout. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by just one over Toledo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
This is an offense that obviously practices two-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Going to try to get it himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Alabama quickly back to the line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he just...
There he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Pringle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Working on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
trying play action. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that 1st down marker.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Rushes on him, and they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
What a show both of these teams.